Hello, folks. Welcome to Underlords Universe. This is my brother Brent, and we are part of a very elaborate creative conclave called Underlords of the Overworld. And, we've been inspired by a lot of bands and artists and things throughout the years, and we like to zoom in with each other and continue these long discussions about the bands that we've grown to love, conversations we've been having all our lives. But you know what? Here's the deal. Tonight, we're just going to do a countdown, a ranking of the Queensryche catalog in its entirety. We're not going to bore you with a lot of extraneous details. However, if you'd like the in-depth extraneous conversations on these, we did a whole series on the Queensryche catalog, and I will link those below if anybody's interested in a deeper dive on this catalog, if anybody cares what we think about it. But we've got the whole shebang right here, folks, and we're going to count down. We're including 17 Queensryche albums.
Yeah, we are not including the covers album.
Correct.
We're not doing that, and we're not doing any of the live stuff. Right?
Yes. So the reason we're not doing the covers album is because it's not, an album of their original material. So I'm not including that one.
No, but we are doing the EP.
We are including the EP, even though it's just an EP. It's such an important part of the catalog. So we are including the EP, the EP,
Yes.
and we're also including the much the very
Maligned?
the maligned, the very controversial
Frequency Unknown
album,
album.
which of course is marketed originally as a Queensryche record, but as most people know, it was a bit of a, I don't know, a guest star kind of thing. Jeff Tate project.
Hodgepodge? Tate Hodgepodge.
Yeah, Jeff Tate Hodge. So we included that, partly just for fun to see where it would all kind of shake out. So yeah, we're here to rank the Queensryche catalog, and we're going to take it from least to best in our opinions. And before we do that, like I said, if you want a deeper dive on it, we did different episodes focusing on the different eras. This is just kind of our culminating episode.
Do you want to just briefly tell them a little bit how we do it?
Yes, that's what I was going to get into, because so we have this ranking system where we award every song up to 5 points, and then we divide by the total number of points possible to see a score. So when we did the first few albums, then we did the second chunk of albums and the third chunk of albums, in each of those we kind of ranked those chunks. Well, here is an aggregate ranking episode where we're taking the whole thing and seeing where all of the scores fell. And so I think this is kind of interesting. I'm always kind of interested to see what happens here. So, what do you say? You want to just kind of get into this? Just do 17 down to the number one. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm going to preface this by just saying I'm sure in looking at the results, I'm going to catch some flack, but that's okay.
You know what? Okay. If you see some flack that's worth throwing, put it in the comments, man.
Bring it.
Like, subscribe, tell Brent he's completely wrong. I will.
We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I am. Let's do this.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So in the number 17 spot for me, and Brent, you can be ready for you as well. But
I'm
for
ready.
me, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. For me, number 17 for me was Operation Mindcrime 2.
Operation Mindcrime 2.
By the way, folks, we did not discuss this particular aggregate ranking before, and I had no idea that's. And I'm actually kind of surprised that yours was Operation Mindcrime 2. But
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, coming in at number 16 for me.
Yeah.
And before we disclose number 16, I just want to say, Operation Mindcrime 2, like I said a moment ago, if you wanted the deeper dive, you can check out the other episodes. But I just kind of want to say, really hard to live up to the original Mindcrime. It really kind of set expectations, and I try to be as objective as possible. I know Brent, you two the same,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
but it just seemed it just didn't hit the mark. Just not real memorable.
No,
And for me, and here's where I'm going to segue to the number 16 slot. Number 16 for me was American Soldier.
number 16 for me was Frequency Unknown.
Okay. Now, to me, the difference in my rankings between 17 and 16 between Operation Mindcrime 2 and American Soldier was literally 0.3%.
Okay, for me it
So,
was less than 2%, like 1.5%.
okay. So, really on any given day, especially in my ranking, those two are pretty interchangeable. I
Hmm.
could easily have put American Soldier in the bottom spot. So,
Yeah, as we get a little bit deeper into this, I'm going to have some comments about how close some of these numbers actually are for
yeah.
sure.
Sure. Okay. In the number 15 spot for me was Dedicated to Chaos.
Same here.
Interesting. Okay. And this only outranked American Soldier by basically 1%. So we're talking about three albums that are pretty interchangeable for me.
Yeah, for me, it outranked Frequency Unknown by 67/100ths of a percent. Pretty close.
Okay. Number 14. Number 14 for me is the controversial Frequency Unknown
And I
album.
got American Soldier.
Okay. So
Coincidentally, for me, this was 65%. What was your American Soldier? Do you know?
54.3.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I had this 12 points higher, but still around the same place.
Yeah.
So that's my number
So
14.
and frequency, you know what? I should probably take these out of the jewel case because that glare is just
Yeah, the
annoying.
glare. Yeah,
But here so far we've gone through these four. Um,
we
we have the
agree on all
same,
four. They're just
yeah,
different. Yeah.
just slightly different order. Um, okay, okay. Number 13 for me
Okay.
was Q2K.
Q2K.
Wow, we're there's a similarity here, boy. And that, I'll tell you what, folks, that glare is bugging me. There,
Yeah, and
look at
this
that. It's
this
better.
was about a little over 2 points higher than American Soldier for me. So still, these are kind of grouped together pretty tightly.
Yeah, I agree. This is inching up a little bit. To me, this ranked 6% higher than Q2, or excuse me, I'm sorry. No, I'm reading that wrong. This was 1% higher. This ranked 1% higher than Frequency Unknown. So um, these albums are just kind of interchangeable, kind of bland. Um,
I'm gonna get some flack for this next one. I guarantee it. I'm ready for it. And again, this is just what the numbers bear this out. I don't. I'm just reporting the information to y'all. I'm just
okay.
I'm just
Okay.
delivering the message.
So this
But
is
I'm
the
gonna,
number 12 spot. The number 12 spot, right?
yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
number
right,
12
right.
for me, the number 12 spot is Tribe.
The warning.
Oh, you are going to get some flack for that, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some flack for that.
You are definitely going to get flack for that.
Yep, yep.
And probably deservedly so.
Oh, now
Um,
listen, yeah. Well, I'm just delivering the information. I'm just
so, okay, and it's just a matter of personal taste. Let me ask, is the warning, and I think you might have mentioned this when we went through the deeper episode on that, but was the warning an album that you uh, got later
no,
after you got into the band, or
no,
it's
no.
just
It's an album where I've never been a fan of the production.
yeah.
Number one, it's not. I don't think the production's very good, and I think that plays a big part in how I receive a record.
Mm,
So I'm not saying. I think if the record were produced a little bit more to my liking, I might like it more.
mm-hmm.
But again, like for example, I know. I think you cited "Roads to Madness" as one of your favorite songs on this record. I
I
think you
did.
did.
Yeah.
I can't say that. There's some songs on this album that they just don't do a whole lot for me. So I think this is them kind of still finding their way. And I don't, first of all, I don't really dislike any of the records, maybe with the exception of Operation Mindcrime 2 and maybe Frequency Unknown. And
Hmm.
but I don't dislike these. It's a matter of liking some more than others.
Yeah, and
But I
that's a
know
fair statement for sure. Yeah,
I'm going to
absolutely.
catch a
But
little bit of grief. I'm going to catch some grief for this, though. I know, and
Mhm.
people, I'm ready for it. Bring
Yeah.
it on. I'd love to hear from you.
All
So
right. Okay. So like I said, so your number 12 was The Warning. My number 12 was Tribe.
yeah,
Number 11, the number 11 spot for me is, see if there's any glare on that. Oh, you can see what it is,
no,
folks.
I got DNA is my number 11.
Your number 11, my number 11 was Here in the Now Frontier.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
and this was
Um,
just again like about 2 points ahead of the warning, so still really close.
to me, Here in the Now Frontier and Tribe are awfully close in the scoring. I think there's some good songs on these records. I just don't necessarily think that straight through, you know,
Yeah, when I get to hear in the Now Frontier and Tribe, I will tell you the difference is
yeah,
microscopically. They're extremely tight.
yeah. I
A
mean,
lot of these are extremely tight.
I think
We're getting
Open, good song, great song. I think, um, um, yeah. You know what else I think? Honestly, I think Miles Away on Here and Now Frontier is
good
uh,
song.
really good song. And there's some good songs on this record. Okay, so that was
Number
number
10.
11, and the number 10 spot for me is the self-titled Queensryche album.
Same. Number
Oh,
10.
number 10. Okay. Interesting how in some places we agree, and we had a general agreement on the kind of the back end of the catalog.
Hmm.
Okay. My number 9, I might get some grief for this.
Me too.
Maybe not as much grief as you got for your placement of The Warning, but I'm going to get some grief for this one, I think.
I am too. I think I am too.
Okay. Well, my number 9 happens to be The Warning.
Mine's Promised Land,
Wow.
which is a surprise to me.
You thought it would be higher or
Yes. Oh yeah.
okay. Well, um, it's dark.
And
It's a dark record. It's a gloomy record.
it was it's less than 1 point higher than Queensryche, the self-titled LP. So there, it's close. Considering
Um, okay. Number 8, the number 8 position for me was Condition Human.
I got Here in the Now Frontier,
Okay.
which beat out Promised Land by 13/100ths of a percent.
Well, tell you what, um, the Condition Human and The Warning were, um, let's see if I can do my math right. Oh, 0.5%
Yeah,
difference.
close,
Yeah, very
close.
close, very close. And the number 7 spot for me is in here, more flat coming my way, I think. But
Probably for me too.
yeah, for me, it's actually the EP, the debut EP is in the number 7 spot.
For me, it's Tribe. Um, and this beat out Here in the Now Frontier by 14/100ths of a percent.
Wow. Fun.
Really
Okay.
close.
Okay.
So now we're closing in on the top five. This is number 6, right?
This is number 6, and for number 6 for me is Digital Noise Alliance.
I got Condition Human.
Okay. So the Todd La Torre albums are starting to creep into here.
And this was 33/100ths of a percent higher than Tribe. So again, it continues.
Okay.
Everything is super, super close.
All
Now we're in the
right.
top five. So this is like rarefied air.
All right. Well, tell you what, speaking of rarefied air, in the number 5 spot for me is Empire.
I got Rage for Order.
Okay. Now, here's the funny thing for me about this. To me, Digital Noise Alliance and Empire, well, get rid of that glare. Okay.
Mhm.
These two both came in at a dead tie. Absolute dead tie.
So what did you do for your tiebreaker?
Just kind of went with I think that the production on Empire is, I mean, I think the production on Digital Noise Alliance is fantastic too, don't get me wrong. But I think Empire is arguably the best sounding album in the entire catalog. It's just stunning, I
I
think, how good that
I
album sounds.
I agree.
Also, there's a bit more of a nostalgia element for me, even though I'm not as likely to pull out Empire and listen to it. It was one of those albums I actually kind of got tired of and I just shelved and I never really went back
Yeah,
through. I kind of
yeah.
overplayed it back in the day. But this exercise of going back through them and stuff has given it a little bit new life for me. So But they tied. Digital Noise Alliance and Empire tied the number 6, number 5 spot. So, you know, that's how I broke the tie this time. So
That's
I don't have
fair.
I don't have an actual I know you break ties by
Which
the
album?
number of
Yeah, which album has more 5-star songs
yeah
or forced whatever? Yeah,
yeah,
that's how.
and that's fine. That's fine. Okay, the number 4 spot for me, The Verdict.
Operation Mindcrime.
Okay.
Bit of a
Okay.
surprise.
Yeah,
So
and you know, there's going to be some people out there that are Queensryche fans that are going to say, if that's not number 1, you're an idiot. And you know what
right,
I say? You do you, man. You
yeah,
do you. Because there's going to be some people out there that are going to say, how in the world is a Todd LaTorre album going to be in the top 5? Never
because it's
mind,
great.
tying for number 5, right? And then the
Well,
answer is because it's great.
because it's great. That's why.
This
Yeah,
this is a great record, man.
yeah,
It is a great.
yeah,
This is top, basically start to finish. I mean, we're getting
yeah,
on
yeah.
near perfection here.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really
Really
good.
good. All right, number 3 for me, Rage for Order.
I got the verdict at number 3, people. So I did you one better. I got
You
it at
did.
number 3, and this was a surprise. This
Yeah.
was a surprise. I mean, as good as
I,
this is, I didn't think it would be top 3.
and that's the thing about our system, and because I agree. If I had just gone with my gut feeling on them, I'm not exactly sure how this would have panned out. I do know. I think that the weaker albums would have been kind of, in the
Yep.
relatively same spot, but
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready for the next for number 2?
Yep.
For me, number 2 is Promised Land.
And for me, it's the EP.
Really? Now, some people are going to say that you might have redeemed yourself with that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That leaves 1 for me, leaves 1 for you, and for me, number 1 was Operation Mindcrime.
I got Empire.
Empire's number 1. Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. Interesting. I think the thing that's interesting about the Queensryche catalog is, they started off as a band where every single album was different, but they were they were good. They were solid. They were unique. Each album had its own kind of character, and they kind of explored new territory each time out. And then it seemed to me that they lost steam, and there became a lot of sameness. It was just like kind of more of the same, and it seemed less inspired, and a song for the sake of a song, and a collection of songs for the sake of collections
Yeah.
of songs, and really driven by Jeff Tate. And then of course you get the breakup between Jeff and the rest of the band, and you get a rebirth with Todd LaTorre. Now I actually think the last 4 albums with Todd LaTorre are all pretty similar in style and stuff. There's a bit of sameness there.
And quality, too.
But I think that the quality is there. I think that there's an energy, there's a power that's there in the last several albums with Todd, and so I think it's an interesting catalog. That really kind of has these. We talk about an
Mhm.
album having, some albums are pretty consistent, some albums are peaks and valleys. This is a career that has like huge, dip
Yeah.
and then a resurgence. So I think it's interesting to an interesting exercise to just listen to a band's catalog and to hear how they develop and change over time with lineup changes, producer changes as they age, etc. That's why we
Hmm.
do what we do, folks, because we're interested in this stuff. Man, I got a
Yeah.
wild hair
Yeah.
flying around up there.
Yeah.
So,
No, I agree. Yeah, they went through a very troubling period where they seemed to have lost their way, and the
yeah,
fire just wasn't there, or didn't seem to be there on some of these records. Like you said, a song for the sake of a song, a record for the sake of a record. But I think these last 4 albums have been really, really good. And again, we saw them last fall in West Des Moines, and they
yep,
were really good. And I'm looking forward to whatever they do next, because hopefully they got another album coming, because the last 4 with Todd have been really good, as we
yeah.
just demonstrated.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So, like I said at the beginning, folks, this wasn't an effort to pinpoint high points and best tracks, and and all that stuff. That's kind of in our deeper dive episodes. If all you wanted to do was just figure out what a couple of idiots like us, how we ranked the entire catalog, cool. Thanks for watching and sticking with us. If you wanted to figure out or listen to us blather on a little bit longer about these albums in greater depth, check out the individual episodes on the Queensryche series that we did. I think I'll also just say we do music on the side. We've written and recorded stuff of our own. So while we often maybe praise or criticize the stuff that we have been listening to, we're open to praise or criticism as well of the stuff that we write and record. So anyway, it's a project called Underlords of the Overworld. I put a little Bandcamp link. It's also out there on Spotify and different streaming services and stuff. Our bass player writes fiction, and he kind of creates a fictional universe surrounding our recording project. And we also take his fictional writing as lyrical inspirations. So it's kind of certainly not progressive musically necessarily, but I would say it's a kind of a proggy inspired concept. So
yeah. A little bit unique. We think for something that's a little bit different than what a lot of people are doing. So it's fun. We do it for fun.
It's fun, man. It's all about fun.
It's fun.
So let's just recap. Do you have your stack of albums?
I do. I'd have to just kind of turn them upside down.
Okay. Let's just do 1 through 17.
All right. Well, we'll do that.
Okay. All right. For me, number 1 was Operation Mindcrime.
Empire.
Number 2, Promised Land.
EP.
Number 3, Rage for Order.
The Verdict.
Number 4, The Verdict.
Operation Mindcrime.
Number 5, Empire.
Rage for Order.
Number 6, or tied with number 5, Digital Noise Alliance.
The Conditioned Human.
The Queensryche EP in number 7.
The Tribe album.
Number 8, Condition Human.
Here in the Now Frontier.
Number 9, The Warning.
Promised Land.
10, the self-titled Queensryche album.
Same.
Number 11, Here in the Now Frontier.
Digital Noise Alliance.
Number 12, Tribe.
The Warning.
Number 13, Q2K.
Same. Q2K.
Yeah, same. 14, the faux Queensryche album.
I got
the Imposter album was conditioned or Frequency Unknown, and for you it was
American Soldier.
Okay. 15, Dedicated to Chaos, which
same. Very chaotic.
Honestly, I would have expected that to come in dead last, but it actually came in.
It's very chaotic, though.
Oh, yeah. 16, American Soldier.
Jeff Tate's Queensryche's Frequency Unknown album.
And then 17, Operation Mindcrime 2, which, come to think of it, yeah, we tied on that. Come to think of it, my ranking bookended with with Operation Mindcrime in the number 1 spot and the number 17 spot. So
last thing I'll ask you is what's the difference in points or percent between number 1 and number 17 for you? It's about 25 points for me, 25 and change.
Hang on, because I'm doing math. I want to make sure this is legit, folks. Totally legit.
It's 25 points between 1 and 17 is pretty big, especially when you consider how close a lot of stuff was in the middle there. So,
yeah.
A big gap.
Right. Huge gap for me. A 34.3 gap.
There you go.
34.3 points between number 1 and number 17. So
basically what you're telling me is you might listen to Operation Mindcrime 2 a little less often than you'd listen to Operation Mindcrime. That's what you're telling me.
Oh, yeah, I think so. But I'm going to listen to The Verdict a lot. I've always loved Promised Land. I actually was kind of surprised in a way that Promised Land didn't end up at number 1. I love that record. It's so dark.
I thought it would be top 5 for me. And I would, anybody who's watching this, let us know what you think. If you love Operation Mindcrime 2, we'd love to hear what we're missing. I mean, what are some things about it you really, or any of these records, you know?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching. You know, like, subscribe, comment, tell us where we're idiots. I'm open to that.
I'm an easy target. Go ahead.
Anything else, Brent?
Nope. We're going to be cranking out some episodes, some new and different. I think we're going to venture into a different band, different projects. I'm not really sure what we're going to do next, but we should have something out sometime soon.
Yep. Okay, everybody, take care.